We're going to talk all things going live in just a few minutes. Let me know if you have questions. I appreciate everybody joining. How are you? Appreciate you coming through. This is my go live, and we're going to talk all things going live to make sure I am supporting your growth. In the meantime, we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Let me know if you're here. There we go. Didn't see my information pop up. So I always want to make sure I am answering questions, supporting you all, so you guys will see in real time that that I'm here. Appreciate you all being here, and we'll get started in a second. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the support. We're going to talk all things going live. So if you are new to my live, go ahead and put new in the chat. I appreciate you doing that as well. And then let me know how you're doing. Yes, Michelle Crochets. Hello, friend. So Michelle, what I've been doing lately, we'll see what happens. It's been hit and miss. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's been pretty consistent. I've grown in the last couple of days. What I do is like send a message and then I start hearting. So I think that's helping to activate it a little bit. Just something I've noted that I've been doing a little bit. You said Tuesday's so crazy. Today is Tuesday. I'm joking. I'm not actually joking because I was like, oh, today's Tuesday. I have no idea what day it is on the week. The weeks are a blur lately, but thank you for sharing that. Hopefully it's not too bad for you, friend. Um, yeah, the weeks are just like flying past. I'm just here. Okay. But but I've seen a lot of growth lately. So I was saying that in terms of thank you so much, friend. I've been saying that in terms of coming live and connecting and stuff. And I'm noticing a growth on the YT. So the YT is doing a little bit better. I do need to post some content. How are you? How you doing, Daniel? Thank you so much for being here. Yes, I had a rough start, but we're going to make it do what it does. Exactly. Exactly, friend. Yeah, it's been interesting. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate everybody popping in. If you are new to my live, go ahead and like the live so we can get some more likes going, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Click that subscriber button and click the bell so you get notifications when I go live and when I post content. So I appreciate everybody joining. So I've noticed a growth here. I have to admit, YouTube is interesting. I'm still I'm still on the fence about its live streaming process, but I have noticed an uptick in people coming in and connecting and chatting. So I really appreciate that. Um, and so I've seen some growth over the last couple of days with my subscriber counts, as well as people joining the live stream. And then ultimately, I've been able to post at least once the highlight, and I linked it to a video. So I'm going to continue to do that. I said I was going to put out some more content like that. Thank you so much, Michelle. She put the house rules out there for you all. See it in the chat. Michelle is my moderator, so if you are not connected with her, go ahead and click connect. Go ahead and subscribe to her channel so you can get ideas and support and guidance when it comes to going live and optimizing your YouTube channel. Okay, so you want to make sure your channel is optimized correctly so that you can build and engage with your community and make sure you're branding yourself correctly. So we're going to talk about live streaming here. A couple house rules. Make sure you're 18 years and older. If you're not, this is not the right channel for you. So I say that intentionally. So make sure you're at least 18 years and older. And then also keep your comments professional. That's the other thing. So I do say make sure you're sending out professional comments and we can engage properly. Um, I am going to go live on TikTok. You know, guys, I'm a creator network. So I have to promote and talk about being a creator network over there. And so I'm going to go live on TikTok. And we're going to talk all things going live in just a few minutes. So let me know if you have questions in the meantime. Um, and we'll get to chat in a second. So I wanted to check something real quick before I started my live stream. And then if you have not done so already, go ahead and like the live and then comment and subscribe to the channel. That's the other request. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. All right. Um, Give me 1 second. Hmm. Okay. Wanted to make sure I check something. All right, friends, we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all the support. And again, feel free to go in the comments and comment as well. You said you have cooler weather here. Oh, is it really the cold? We have. Well, I'm in Florida. I'm not allowed to talk about weather in the fall and winter. How you doing, Leanne? Thank you so much. Oh, I missed it. Hey, friend, how are you? Yes, my family has barred me from talking about weather when it gets cool. Hey, pals, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for joining as well. Thank you all for jumping into the live. And Leanne, we're gonna meet tomorrow, so we'll definitely get to talking. I know you are not. You are not. I know. I cannot talk about weather. And yeah. So yeah, it's nice. It's still nice. This is the time of year, and Leanne is actually from Florida as well, so she's really not allowed to talk about weather because she's in South Florida, so it's really nice. He said, "Looking forward to it." Yes, so it's really nice down there. When I say it's nice here, her weather is like actually a little bit better. Okay, so she has really nice temperatures. Um, so yeah, in the wintertime, yeah, I can't talk. I can't talk to family. We just don't talk about weather. Unless it's bad. Obviously we get the hurricanes and all that stuff, and then family up they're like, "Oh, are you guys okay?" And everyone goes into panic mode. But we're fine. You said yes, I keep my mouth shut on any weather. Exactly. Exactly. High temperature is 64. Oh. So I cannot have that conversation with you. No, you can't. You can't. It's like, oh, that's nice. That's good weather. It's good. No, you don't want to hear about my high being 85 today. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear about Leanne's being like 90. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. You just don't want to hear it. um, but yeah, you said, oh, and tornadoes here. Yeah, you guys yeah, that's right. You guys do get the tornadoes. so, yeah, we can't talk about weather right now. And it actually is starting to, the humidity's coming down for us, and it's starting to get a nice little morning, you know, cool temperature. Dr. Lisa, I love you, but I know yeah, I can't talk about weather. I can't talk. I'm just saying, y'all. So that's the price we pay for living in paradise. That's what they say. We live in paradise. We get the hurricanes, and we get our mild temperatures is perfect. Perfect for everybody else. They're like, what? That's beautiful. So anyway, let me move on. I digress. So I'm about to go straight for all of you who are coming in. We can talk about Bruno exactly. It's nice, and at the moment in NYC, I only needed one sweater under my jacket. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in short sleeves. Yeah, yeah. That's yeah. um. So Pals, you just made me think of something. It's still very tentative. I may end up in New York at the end of the month. So I'll keep you posted because my NYC folks, I would love to see if we can get together. But it's probably going to be a real quick game day decision. If I make a decision, I'll probably be by this weekend if I'm going to come or not. My friend, she actually, the whole marathon runner and the New York Marathon friend, she is nursing an injury. So she's nursing an injury. So she's like 50-50 about going. So because of that, I told her, keep me posted. I'll let you know if I'm able to accompany you to New York. So just want to say that out loud because if I end up saying yes, I'll let you know. I'll definitely let you know. We can connect. Oh, fine. Yes, let me know. Natty is also making a trip up here at some point. Oh, that's great. Where is Natty now located? Why don't I know that? I can't picture where she's at. Hi, friend. Hi, friend. I'm in Florida. Thank you for asking. Where are you from? Um, where's Natty at? Huh. I have to ask. Leanne, I know you're in Florida. I know, Michelle, you are Michigan, Virginia, but our mom lives in Long Island. Oh, nice, nice. Actually, I'm thinking about flying into Long Island potentially because of the flights, and it was a pretty reasonable ticket. So I'm thinking about it. So yeah, so I'll keep you posted. I'm gonna look, and if I do decide, I'll probably decide by Saturday because I don't know if she's doing it. We're all in different places. Dr. Lisa in Florida. I am. Oh, you're in Missouri. Oh, okay, Missouri. Did I know that? Missouri? Why did I think Michigan? So, oh, Miss Darlene's in Missouri. I didn't know that you guys were in the same state. Are you in like the St. Paul, Minneapolis area? Let me know, because she's in that area too. I don't think I realized that. Why did I think Michigan this whole time? I knew Midwest, but I thought Michigan. Okay, I am down the street, down the street. Oh, okay, from my family. I don't have family in Missouri. I know Miss Darlene's there from maybe from her family. No, I don't have family in Missouri. I have family in Michigan. So maybe that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, well, she's a good friend. She's not blood, but yeah, she's a good friend that's in Michigan, St. Paul, Minnesota. Okay, okay, you guys are in the same state then. Yeah, you guys are in the same area. Thank you so much, friend Scott. Stay focused, Scott. Good morning, everybody popping in. Thank you so much. I don't see the numbers changing. That's interesting. Yes, I have family in Chicago. Yes, my family's Chicago. Okay, yeah, so I guess that's down the street. Jessie lives in New Jersey. No, she lives in Texas. She is Houston, Dallas, maybe Dallas. I think she's the Dallas Fort Worth area of Texas. She's from New Jersey. That's her home state. Yeah, so I think she's Dallas Fort Worth. Kim Love Jones, she's in New York. She's a New Yorker, so I got to talk to her. So Kim Love Jones is a New Yorker. There's about a handful of you. Dr. Trish is a New Yorker. Luna is a New Yorker. I think those three are New Yorkers. Kim, Dr. Trish, and Luna. I think they're all New York City, actually, as opposed to state. Both, actually. I guess New York, New York. So yeah, yeah, I have to, so those are the people I would check. Luna, she's upstate. She's way upstate. Okay, the daughter is in New York for college. Then no, daughter's Columbia. So no, I don't think she. No, I don't know. Cornell. Daughter's Cornell. You think she's Buffalo? Oh, you think she's Buffalo? She's upstate Buffalo. Okay. I don't know why I thought she was like a rural like Brooklyn, Rochester. She's Rochester. Okay. Okay. So she's New York State then. Okay. Thank you so much. Back on track with growth. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Cornell's Ithaca. Yep. So, all right, friends. I'm about to go over to the TikTok streets. Thank you all for chatting with me about this. So I will keep you guys posted. This will be in the video. So people who look at this in the future, you'll hear us talking about states in my visit. All right, y'all. So let's get started. Let me know if you have any questions in the meantime. I'm going to start the live stream. Appreciate you. Thank you, Michelle. All right, friends. Let's see. Hello, welcome to my live stream. I am Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. We're talking all things going live. If you are an introvert, shy, scared, and afraid, come on in. We're going to talk about going live. Let me know if you have any questions, friends. I appreciate everybody joining me. So let me know if there's any questions. Hold on 1 second. I'm setting up my screen. Thank you, Leanne. Are you popping over? Appreciate that. I saw that you popped in. That's sweet. Appreciate you coming on through. Thank you, everybody, coming in. Appreciate everybody joining the live. Thank you for that. Let me know if you have any questions. Look at us knowing our agency mates. I know. We've been bouncing around listening to all the lives. How you doing? Flojo, that's an awesome name, friend. How are you? Love that. Thank you for joining the live today. Are you new to TikTok? And thank you for popping in and saying hello. Your follower count is 128 followers. So I was like, that's what I said. Are you newer to TikTok? And clearly, you know the etiquette, okay, friend, coming on in here. So thank you so much for joining. Let me know if you have any questions. In the meantime, we're going to talk all things going live. And then I thought I have to ask Miss Darlene. Yesterday was kind of weird. Let me say this. I know there was a few people who had who had some issues going on with their live stream. So I did not put my board up on purpose because I was having second thoughts about it. So I am gonna have to look to see if that is something that is causing some of those restrictions that folks were getting. I wonder if it was. So I'm gonna pay attention to that. I probably should put it up just to see, but I was concerned because I had my card on too. Uh, so let me write my message to my followers to let them know I am live right now. Thank you all who are joining the live in the meantime. Nika Grace, you popped in as well. I see your friend. Thank you for joining the live. Those who are coming in, if you have not, hey Halaku, how you doing? If you have not joined yet and grabbed your daily heart me, you can do that. I guess maybe I might get the flash code. Maybe we don't do it. Now that I think about it, I had second thoughts. Thank you for that, October friend. Appreciate it. So yeah, I was gonna start this live. I was just talking a little bit about what some people were experiencing yesterday with the restrictions. Hey, good morning, you all. Got back late last night. Oh, that's right, you were in Boston. How was the trip? How was the trip, friend? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Sue's World, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much for being here too. I see you, friend. Let me know how's everything going for you in your live journey as well. SG Hustle, thank you so much. Thank you for ST Sergeant, is that Sergeant for short? Thank you so much for being here, friend. So let me know if you have questions. We're going to talk live streaming. I do not have my board up. I'm going to put the board up temporarily just so that we can have that conversation. Um, and we'll see what happens. Okay. So I added the board because you guys know we're still in breast cancer awareness. Yes, ma'am. How you doing, friend? Thank you for being here. Good trip last official parents weekend. Oh, that's so sweet. I was in my former life for higher ed. I was part of the parents weekend planning folks. I shouldn't say planning, but I was always pulled in because I would talk to parents about career education and I talk about my team and the service we offered and stuff. And so I was always on the panels for Parents Weekend. So I know that program very well, very intimately. How you doing, Muku? Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I hope all is well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you asking, coming on in. How is everything going too? You've been going live a lot lately, so that's awesome. That is so awesome. My other friends coming into the live, thank you for joining. I see some of the other people popping in. Let me know if you are new to my live. Put new in the chat. We're going to get to talking about being new. I am a creator network agency, so I will talk about that a little bit. I don't always lead with that because I want you guys to kind of understand going live in a live streaming platform. Yes, I go live outside. So wait a minute. Are you doing, what's your live stream about then? So are you doing like tours and or are you walking and talking and connecting with folks? You got a pretty extensive bio. No borders, tea over coffee, beach over mountains, collaboration over competition, health matters, handmade creator. I love that. Facilitator, actor, and more. Look at you, friend. Awesome. You got a lot to talk about. Look at there. Love that. All right. So appreciate everybody coming in. Hold on one second. TikTok filter just walking and talking. TikTok, get it together. Get it together. Walking. She said just walking and talking. What's wrong with that? So I appreciate you, friend. You said just walking and talking. I love it. Some people, as you build your community stuff, people want to hear, just your thoughts. I mean, the acting thing is pretty huge. So having that as a talking conversation too, there's a lot of people who are interested in how do you get started and just understanding the whole process for becoming an actor and like what's your approach to it. So really good. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for tapping the screen, sharing out the live. Thank you for the taps in the chat as well. I appreciate that, friends. We do have on, thank you so much for being here as well, my YT folks. We do have on the shopping cart, so I'll talk about that a little bit. I really was going to make this a shoppable live to any full extent. I tell you guys, if you do have access, you can turn it on. I did turn on my board. This board did not cause me, knock on wood, any issues. I think TikTok, and I have to get a better understanding of what some of our friends in the agency had experienced yesterday. There was some restrictions that were thrown out, and I think all of it is associated with the boards. So you just got to be aware of that. Um, and so let me know if you have. You said please take one topic. I love it, Michelle. Thank you for helping with the chat. Cornelia, thank you so much for joining. So all of you are coming in. Let me know if you have any questions in the meantime. So we're gonna get to talking. I'm gonna share a little bit just so that you guys know. Yesterday's topic was all about leagues. We talked a lot about leagues. We talked about the gift gallery. We talked about that process. Well, guess what happened? Because of the engagement that happened on my live between my 10 o'clock and my 4 o'clock, I got a shield. I got a shield. Now, I was due for a shield a while ago because I always had all the fragments. But I guess because of all the engagement that happened between the two lives, it resulted in me receiving a shield. So we'll see how long the shield will be there and how long it will support. Again, if you're not someone who is actively engaging on a daily basis and you've moved up, you leagued up, you can get a shield. Now, I got a shield, I think, just because of my engagement. It was a good session. I learned a lot. Did you really, friend? I appreciate you, friend. How did your live go? Did you go live yesterday on top of it? Thank you all who just joined the live. I appreciate everybody coming through. Bridget, how you doing? Thank you for joining as well. Thank you so much for your support, friend. Thank you for that. Oh, appreciate you, friend. Thank you for the kisses. I missed it. I was on the other screen. Yes, yes, you did. So are you for D4 or D5 D3 now? So that's good. Good morning, everybody coming in. Thank you so much for the good mornings and those daily heart me's. Appreciate you, friends. So Roberto, thank you for joining as well. So what I will say is that the shield actually, thank you for the taps. The shield actually came, and it should have come last week, in my opinion, because I have been sitting at D2 with all three fragments for some time. And because it didn't leave me up, let me start there. I didn't get a league up, but I did get a shield because I think because of the engagement. So I'm actually a little unsure of why the shield came about and not the league up. So I'm not quite sure. Oh, maybe I did league up. Oh, I am mistaken. TikTok did put me in C2. Hold on one second. So if you click my gallery, it actually says, I'm sorry, C1. If you actually click my gallery, it says I'm at C1 and three fragments away from B5. Janine, how you doing, friend? So it did leave me up. It did say C1. Thank you, Nika. You said, Dr. Lisa, you don't see it? So I was looking. So that's why I got a shield, y'all. So we're going to cheer for that. That's why I got a shield. Okay? So I got a shield because of that. And so because it leaked up, I did leak up yesterday. So let me just say, let me repeat. Let me start over. How you doing, K Styles? Appreciate you being here. Because I got the engagement that happened, it leaked me up, and then I got a shield yesterday. So we'll see how long I stay at C1. Okay? Because it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to stay. How you doing, Heidi? Hello, Dr. Trish. Good morning, friends. Everybody coming in. Appreciate the support. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. How you doing, Tara? Welcome back. Welcome back to the live. Hi, everyone. So appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you for the shares. Please continue to share out the live. Um, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everybody joining as well. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's stay on topic, friends. Terry, you got filtered. Hold on one second. I went live first time last night. Anyone on the fence, just do it. It's not bad. Let me cheer to that, friend. So I appreciate you saying that. What was your topic about? What did you share with people? You said it was your first time last night too. How long did you stay live? And then how much engagement did you have? How you doing, Ebony? Did you message leadership? I did not. I will put that on my notes of things to do. Thank you for saying that. Let me put that on my notes. Um, Let me message leadership. Leadership revealed is somebody in the agency. We haven't seen her. So I'll send her a message. Thank you for reminding me, friend. Um, let's see. Thank you for the cheers. I appreciate it. I actually thought I was on practice mode, but I wasn't. Practice mode starts really quickly. It'll start for like 30 seconds, and you actually have to say you want to continue it because you'll get a message. And if you don't continue it, you are live. You are actually, they will make you go live. Yesterday stressed me out. I counted, I got 6 restrictions. I think it's your board. I think it's the board. Like I use this board, I've been using it much of the month. It has not caused a restriction. I think it's the language. So here's what I shared yesterday. Um, when you create your board, what happened for me, and it obviously it could have gone totally unnoticed. I could have been with that board, didn't even notice. It gives you this like little message. It's almost like a it's like a disclaimer message. It's not even a warning. It's like a disclaimer message, like letting you know, like here's what you need to know about a board. It's like a little disclaimer. You don't get that message unless there's something that's on your board that is problematic. So let me know, did you ever see that message? Because it's in the beginning of writing up your board. And before you hit save, or when you go to hit save, this disclaimer message pops up. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you get that message, then there's something wrong with your verbiage. Was on for almost an hour. Congratulations, friend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, that's awesome. I can message too, just seeing if you had heard anything. No, I hadn't heard anything. No, she didn't message me either. Um, when I click the details, it says error. Yeah, that's it. That's the message. There's something going on with your board. It's a word in there it doesn't like, and it's more or less warning you that it's a word it doesn't like. So I'm pretty sure people get it, or you might have not. Maybe this is the first time you've seen it based on the verbiage that you wrote, but people will ignore that and just think like, okay, this is just the disclaimer for the board. No, it's actually a warning message telling you something you wrote ain't really appropriate. It's not appropriate for what TikTok wants you to write. So just pay attention to that. Take your board down, rewrite your board. I'm going to teach, but I have a referral. If she comes in, Dr. K, Public Health is her name. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Trish. Oh, that's so sweet. Appreciate you supporting the live. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Good morning, Unwritten Unstoppable. Did you see my message? Unwritten Unstoppable. What happened yesterday? Unwritten Unstoppable. You did show up in my system, so I just want to make sure you're good. Because it did pop up, friend. Just you can message me back. You don't have to talk about it here, but you can definitely message me back. Thank you all for coming in. I think I saw Coach Jesse. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the stickers, friends. Let me know if you are new to the live. Put new in the chat. We're going to talk to my newbies. Hello, Mrs. Treetop. How are you, friend? My newbies, I always treat this as kind of a new conversation for you. If you have questions about engagement and how to get people to engage in your live, as well as if you're thinking very intentionally about, should you go live, should you not, what's the what should you talk about. We can talk about all that stuff. I do have my shopping cart on, so you guys will know that that's activated as well. Hold on, TikTok gave us the flash code. Let's see, is love you so much. Love you so much, little circle hearts. TikTok is being nice this Tuesday morning. So I appreciate that, Janine. How are you? Thank you so much, Permom. I saw you as well. Okay, see you at 4 p.m. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Dr. Trish. Miss Jessie, hey everyone, happy thrilling Tuesday. You all, I appreciate you, friend. Love you so much. It's coming through. Appreciate you all doing that for me. Good morning. Good morning. Um, Thank you for the shares, the likes, the comments. Appreciate everybody coming through. So let's see. Um, let's see. Thank you all for coming out. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything. You guys are welcome. Hello, Mrs. Treetop. I see your message as well. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the Flash Goal. We have 9 of 18, so TikTok is a little extra today, but that's okay. We'll see what happens. Thank you all for coming in. So I did turn on the shopping cart, and I told you guys I don't gatekeep because I tell you what I'm doing in very intentional way. It's Tuesday turnover for me. What does that mean? Tuesday turnover. What is that? I'm thinking of the pastry. Is that what you meant by that? Let me know what you meant by that. Muku. Good morning, Natty Nat. Good morning. So I turned on the shopping cart. Let me say this because I recognized last week when I look at data, when I look at analytics, TikTok definitely is fielding more traffic, pushing more traffic to the shoppable lives. Okay. So you'll see that. You'll see how your lives go up and down, up and down. And if you're paying attention to your analytics, you'll see that okay, um last week was kind of glitchy to begin with. I'm just going to say that off the jump. Last week was very glitchy. It seems as if this week is even more glitchy. Okay. So there seems to be a little bit more glitching going on this week. And my tap on the screen wasn't working last week. I wasn't able to so I wasn't able to engage in that way. How you doing, E-Nurse and Project Loop? Appreciate your friend. So things were happening. I know people were having analytics problems and stuff. So just know as we're in this transition, especially where all traffic is being really focused and diverted to TikTok Shop because of the fall deals and Black Friday's coming up and the other um, holiday rush is going to happen as well. That's where you kind of want to make sure you play the game. That's a little bit of the gameplay. And if you're looking to have visibility and growth, you might want to activate it. So TikTok will put other products in your lot, so in your shopping cart if you activate it. So I put at least 10. Today I think I put 16 or 17. So just know that was intentional, okay? Uh, am I getting filtered? You might be getting filtered, Miss Darlene. I don't see comments. That was the first one that came through. I see good morning, Dr. Lisa, and then good morning, everyone. Then am I getting filtered? TikTok filtered you, friend. So, yeah, I know you had an issue yesterday with your live stream too. So, I'm curious to see what exactly happened. But keep me posted. How you doing, Dr. PN? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for the engagement. Can I come up? You are more than welcome to come up. Let me invite you now, friend. All friends come in a room. Thank you so much for joining. Um, Miss Darlene, I sent you that invite. Thank you so much. Appreciate your friend. Let me know if it's something, if they're filtering you, you might be careful about what you say. So let's see what happens. How you doing? I'm mad at TikTok this morning. They gave me a restriction, Dr. Lisa. I know. Yeah. They said I was 13. I saw age and I was like, well, what happened? I was like, something went wrong. I was like, what was the age for? I did my live. And then me and Sultry was gonna do a little friendly battle and things. So I got ready to come back on and it had this big orange sign. Restricted. No one under 13 can do lives. And I'm like, now I'm 13. I know it don't crack, but come on now. Do not. I saw it in the system. I was like, you saw me message you. I was like, well, what happened? Because I was like, why did you say age? I saw that it said age, and I was like, something must have happened. Did it come off? It did come off. It said restored, so it wasn't anything I had to do. Oh my goodness. Why would they do this? I could have seen if it was anything else. You said I know it don't crack, but I was good. 13. I was tickled. I was like, well, what happened that it would have said 13? I mean, well, it would have said age. I didn't know it said 13, but I don't know. It said no one under 13 can do lives. And I'm like, why y'all didn't show me that while I was doing the lab? I did 4.5, well, really 7 hours all day yesterday. Because I did 4.5 and then Minnesota did like almost 3. So we had fun, but man, just be careful, y'all. Just make sure y'all got the right age. Right. So was it the fact that somebody had it on? Did Sultry have on the age protection and you didn't? This before we even did the battle. This was right after my original 1:30 live. Oh.
and I got ready to get back on with Sultry to do the battle, and it was there.
Oh, so you hadn't pulled her up, you hadn't hit co-host, none of that happened yet.
No, we was doing the panel, the showdown game, and everything like we do, and
Mm-hmm.
everything. All that was fine. Except one girl was crying and said I pulled her down too fast off the. Yeah, she cried, and I was like, it's part of the game. If you don't know how to play the game, then I don't know what to tell you. But I'm not a babysitter. You have to go and find a babysitter because I don't babysit grown people. So the first thing I thought was, oh, she didn't turn me in.
And said you was underage.
So, but yeah, it said and then I had to read. I had to go get my driver's license and take the
Oh.
picture all over again. And then it was like, okay, you restricted into I think it was like 6:45, and then they let me back in so we could do our little battle.
Oh wow. Nika said, was that it? Your chat was saying you were being mean. He was like, she must be underage.
I'm like, I appreciate it. That means I'm getting carded and everything again. Okay. I know once an adult, twice a child, but come on now.
Yeah, I was so confused. That's why I messaged you. I was like, and then, Miss Jessie and Janine talked about their restrictions today, but so it was
See,
glitching. It was glitching.
everybody getting them. I'm but I'm going back on. Me and Salchi going back on as soon as we leave here. We going
Okay.
back.
All
We
right.
learned how to do the bean battle, and oh, we had so much fun. We was up until like 1 o'clock
Oh
last night.
wow. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
we had a good time. We had a good time.
That's
But yeah, I
good.
just had to let you know because I'm like, Dr. Lisa will be able to work and get this thing off.
Yeah, yours came up in the system for me. That was a true restriction or a true
Oh
V.
wow,
That's
that's
what that
great.
was. It was a true V. Now the restrictions I don't see, but yours I did see. And I was like, well, what happened that is an age one? I was like, what happened?
Yeah. And I'm like, I turned the age thing off. Maybe a kid came in here, but it was about me.
Yeah.
It was me who was doing the live, and I'm like, I didn't even have kids in the background. I don't even have kids in my house. I was like, maybe they thought when I said fur babies, maybe they thought I was talking about a kid. It was
Oh.
still fun. It was still fun. It just scared me for a while. It really did, because I'm like, that means I'm never going to be able to get back on TikTok.
He said they think I'm 13.
13. I really appreciate it, but come on. At least give me 18 TikTok. At least give me 21 I'll take. 21 is a push. 13? Oh, I guess that would have been good because I wouldn't have kids. So.
Oh wow. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you sharing. Okay, so you're back live. I saw you were live last night. So and it's in the
Yes.
system it said restored. So there's nothing wrong going on with your
Okay,
live. So
Dr.
you should.
Lisa, thank you so very much.
All right, take care. Bye bye.
Right.
Oh, that was funny, y'all. Thank you all for sharing the live. I appreciate you. Thank you all coming in, saying hello. How you doing? I appreciate everybody joining. So yes, Mr. Arlene is clearly not 13. Okay, TikTok, TikTok, get it together. We call her Auntie. We call her Miss Darlene. She has earned it. Okay, TikTok. So she is of age. Yes. So if you did not know, so I share this too because a few of you guys, not many, I've seen it a few times where you guys will show kids in your live. I would say try to avoid that too. How you doing, Tiny Stiletto? So you guys on occasion will hear my little guy's tiny little voice, but overall, I do not agree with having kids in your live stream. If you can avoid it, by all means, try to avoid it. Because TikTok is particular about the young age, and especially if you have like on the audience control and age protection, and then you show a child. Not that it will necessarily trigger the algorithm, but you could tell some things happen randomly, and there's really no rhyme or reason for it. And you're dealing with a computer, so just be careful about it. So I say avoid having the kids in the screen at all, if you don't want any problems. Okay, that would be my recommendation. Like I said, a few of you have done it, especially maybe having your older, still teenagers in the screen, but the young ones, yeah, I definitely would not show them too much if you can keep from it. Thank you all. We do have the flash goal. I think we're in the last 3 minutes of the flash goal. If you guys have not sent a one coin, love you so much. That's TikTok's way of making sure that that the chat is active. That there's support happening. And so we need one more. Thank you, Clinty. Thank you, Miss Black Lotus. Appreciate your friends. I appreciate everybody coming in, and we achieved it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I love y'all so much. So thank you so much for that. So a couple things we're going to talk about. I was going to talk about Live Fest. So this is for the community. I'm going to bring it up for you all. Not that I have all the details, because what I attended was, to me, a little interesting. I'll talk about it in a second. I have a question to co-host. We have to have 18 or over on or off. You're trying to decide if 18 to have a co-host. Do you need to have it on or off? Here's what I tell you, Janine. To have it, depending on your topic, okay? If you're promoting a product or service, you gotta have it on. If you are talking about something that is a little bit more mature in content and context, turn it on, okay? Because you don't want to have kids join your live. And if you're talking about something that's medical related, health concerns, money management, I think that's your wheelhouse. I think I would still turn it on for the co-host. I would. And again, you want to have a conversation that is for adults, a more mature audience anyway. So I would turn it on just to be on the safe side, but with the co-host feature. So you have to have it on your co-host. Y'all need to match. Okay? You guys need to match when you have a co-host. That's the thing about it. Whatever you decide to do, you got to match. Okay? Thank you so much, friend. Um, and and depending on the topic, I would definitely say turn it on just to be on the safe side. When you're battling, in most cases, people turn it off. Okay? If your intent is to press the two boxing gloves and start a battle, the goal is that you both are matching. You can have that turned off. Now, here's the deal, and this is for everybody in the room who's not familiar with TikTok. When you are co hosting, you turn on that co host feature, you have to make sure you set it before you go live. Okay? So if you're co hosting and you turn on the audience control and you know you're going to battle, then go look at it and make sure it's turned off. If you know your topic is a little sensitive, and you're gonna have some people join, how you doing, Pamela, Mr. Stranger? And if you know you're gonna have co-hosts, and you're gonna talk about a sensitive topic, then make sure you both have it turned on. So Dr. Trish left. I think she's gonna be talking with Cassandra. They're planning a co-host. That's the topic. Their topic is about healthcare and herbalism and stuff like that. I think they both should have it turned on. I would turn it on for that topic. So just keep that in mind. You got to match your co-host, and you should match. So either you both are deciding to cut it off, and you both deciding to turn it on. Because when you go look for them and you're looking at those infinity rings, that's the co-host feature. When you go look at that, you won't be able to find them if you're not matching. And then, thank you so much, Pamela. Good morning, friend. Keep in mind also, if you schedule a live event, thank you for the October. If you schedule a live event, okay, and you toggle on at the bottom of that live event, you turn on audience control, then as soon as you go live, audience control is automatically turned on because that event determined that you wanted the audience control turned on. Now, if you're a person, you're trying to click co-host, and you're like, yeah, I'm a co-host with my friend, Sultry Nana. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Coach Jesse, for the crystal roses. I'm going to co-host with her. Me and Sultry Nana, we're going to co-host together. Sultry Nana didn't turn hers on. And you're like, oh, I didn't turn mine on either. Yeah, you did. You did. Actually, you did. Because your live event had it turned on. Okay? So your live event had it turned on automatically. So you actually did turn on your co-host. Okay? That's happened to a few people. It's tripped people up, and it's like, oh no, I didn't go to the settings. I didn't do anything. You turned it on because your event had it turned on. Okay? And so because of that event, when you go to turn off, say you end your live, because that's the way you have to do it. You got to end it to be able to toggle it off. You actually, here's the trick, and I'm going to tell you this because this happens to people all the time. The algorithm will remember your live event first. So you actually got to create a new live event to bypass the old live event. Okay? So that's something that trips people up every single time. They're like, well, I went on, I cut it off, and then I cut it off, and then I started my live again. No, TikTok's still operating off that live event. It is. That's happened too many times. It's still remembering your live event. So you got to go and create a new live event, toggle that off, and then go live from that new live event. If that ever happens, y'all got me. Put some hearts in the chat if you understood what I just said. I know some of y'all was like, I wasn't listening to you, Dr. Lisa. Some of y'all did that to me. I know it just happened. Hold on, my. Thank you so much. Some of y'all was not listening, and y'all gonna do that to me. Y'all be like, I didn't know that happened, but I had to do that. What did you tell me to do? So I just explained it. Do I need to repeat myself? Anybody put repeat if I need to repeat myself. Okay. If I need to repeat what I just said, I'm happy to repeat it. But I don't want y'all to come back and be like, you said yep. Am I still in your agency? Why did they put me in the Elon trick group? I don't know what you're talking about, Cleopatra. You are still in the agency. I don't know what you're talking about. Message me, Cleopatra. You said just repeat it. Just repeat it. Repeat it for them. Okay, I'm gonna repeat it. Okay. When you schedule a live event, let me know if y'all don't know what I'm talking about when I say schedule a live event. Look at Nika. Nika, see, you're gonna be the first one that'd be like, I didn't know I had to do that. Who knows what I'm talking about? If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say schedule a live event, that's probably the first question because some of y'all are like, what's a live event? So, a live event is on the live home screen. That's when you can schedule your live. You said the eyes of the I don't know what's happening, Cleopatra, with the Elon Elon trick group. I don't know what that is, friend. So we got to talk about it, friend. Every time I'm trying to go on, they are inviting me. Um, well, first of all, decline them. That will be the first thing. Don't accept the invite. I don't know who that is, but I don't know what that is. Tending to my daisies. All right, friend. Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would decline it. Yeah, I definitely would decline it. I'm not sure what that is though. Um, okay, so live event is how you can schedule your live. A live event is important to do because that gives you, hey Bloom, how you doing? My level, I hear my level 30, my level 33. I'm flying in. Um, so a live event is where you schedule your live. Okay, so as you're scheduling your live, you can schedule this and plan it out, weeks in advance. You can do whatever you need to do to let your audience know you are going live. Okay, yes, definitely decline them. Yeah, I will start to decline them. Yeah, definitely decline them. Good morning, friends. Happy and free. Thank you for joining as well. So, when you schedule your live, you have that event that you can schedule. You're putting the title of the event. You are determining what time you're going to go live and how long you're going to go live. 2 hours, 1 hour, whatever the case. And then you have the option to set it as a regular live or even a shoppable live or even a multi-guest live. You have a couple different options. And then finally, after you do all that, at the very bottom of that event, you can toggle on audience control. Okay? And you can set that as part of the parameters for the event. Let me just, as a caveat, whenever you schedule it as a shoppable live, it automatically turns it on. You can't not have a shoppable live without the audience control being on. Okay? So it automatically turns it on when you turn on that shopping cart. How you doing, Taboo Spices? Thank you so much for being here. And so because of that, just keep that in mind. Shoppable lives toggles on automatically because kids can't buy products. They're not supposed to be able to participate in shoppable lives. Thank you for the October, friend. Thank you for that. Appreciate the support. So because of that, audience control is turned on. Now, if you're going to do a regular live, you can turn it on or off. It's up to you. Okay. So let's just say, for argument's sake, I'm good. Nice to see you. Nice to see you as well, friend. Just say, for argument's sake, that you turned on audience control in that live event. So you kind of got to remember if you turned it on or off. Okay, first of all. But just say, for argument's sake, it was turned on, it was blue. Okay. When you go live and you want to have a co host, the co host is the infinity rings, it's not the two people. Okay, it's the infinity ring. When you go live, TikTok starts your live with your audience control turned on. You didn't go to the settings, you didn't turn nothing on because your live event said you wanted it on. Okay? If, for whatever reason, you decide you want to co host with somebody, and so Janine, this is based on your question. If you decide you want to co host with somebody, their live would have to have the audience control turned on because they won't be able to find you in the listing and you won't see them. They won't show up because you guys are not matching. Okay, so they have to make the decision to turn it on. Okay, how you doing, Kim Love Jones? So because now you both are matching, okay, you guys can co-host together. If for whatever reason you can't find that person to co-host with, and you're like, oh, let me just end my live, I'm going to turn off my audience control, it will not work. 9 times out of 10, most of the times, I have not seen the time when it has worked because it's still going to remember the live event you scheduled. That live is still based on that live event. So when you go back to turn it on, it's still going to remember your title, your description, all the things for that live event, and it's going to remember the audience control. So what you would have to do is create a brand new live event to bypass the old one so it doesn't continue to pick that one up. So you have to create a new live event and turn off the audience control. Okay, so hopefully y'all got what I just put out there. Okay, I just want to say that because that's the biggest thing that people will do. Like, oh, I turned it off. Turn it off. I don't know why it's still showing up. Because it's still reading the old live event. It's still detecting that live event as the event that you had already set. So you have to create a new live event, use that to bypass the old one, and turn off the audience control. So, okay, throw me some hearts if you got me. If you didn't catch that, it's gonna happen. And y'all gonna be like, well, what happened? Why is it not working? That's why it's not working. Thank you so much, friends. Okay, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the taps and the hearts. I see you. Turn mine off for the first live event. Okay, there we go. Yep. So just keep that in mind. The live event, the audience control trips everybody up. I mean, that's the thing that trips everybody up. The other thing I will say, and this is for my people, you may not start off, and many of my community folks in the agency, you guys have some topics that are sometimes really sensitive, really you're talking about your personal journey. Your personal journey may have had all types of ups and downs, maybe some serious things you've had to contend with, some health concerns you've had to contend with. You got to turn on your audience control. Okay? Yes, mature. Yep. You got to turn on your audience control, especially if you're talking about your personal journey and brand. Turn on, not your audience control, your content disclosure. That's where I was going to go. Content disclosure. Because a lot of times you guys are missing that. Now, if you turn on a board, it automatically turns on your content disclosure, which is great because now you're branding yourself. You're talking with this board. TikTok is saying, okay, well, this is your personal brand. This has something to do with your topic. We'll turn on the content disclosure. We'll turn that on for you. But if you don't use a board and you start talking about, you know, your diabetes or your stroke or, your cancer treatment or, I'm doing breast cancer awareness, you're talking about those topics, you got to have on that audience content disclosure. Okay. So y'all got me on that one. I just want to make sure that's understood because there's a lot of people who are missing that one too. Okay. So I just want to make sure that's understood. You got to turn on that content disclosure. Okay. Because you'll get tripped up for that too about what you're talking about because it's sensitive in nature. So turn on the content disclosure just so that you don't get any V's for that or any kind of restrictions. TikTok will put you in timeout. What does that mean? What does that mean? Lily hairstylist, how you doing, friend? Content disclosure. It's in once you start. You can find it two places. So we just talked about audience control only being before you start the live. That's what I talked about before. Content disclosure, you actually can turn it on while you're in your live or before you start your live. So those two things. It's pretty much speaking to you're communicating either your own personal brand or you are promoting and talking about another brand, a third party brand, or a brand partnership that you have maybe with a major organization or company. So you're going to be talking about other things that are um, part of a organization or a company. You want to turn on the content disclosure so people know you're promoting something. You said, I just started live, still shy. Well, welcome to the room. You're in the right room. Master hairstylist. Love it. Love it. You're in the right room. We talk about being shy, scared, nervous, afraid. So definitely know you should go live, friend. And don't the nerves will go they'll be there a little bit in the beginning, but they do fade away. So I don't want you to feel like the nerves are something that's gonna constantly be there. You get more confident and comfortable going live as time goes on. I hope the coast is clear for tonight. I'm sure it will be because you're changing that board. So a few days ago, I tried to get just not join. Will that work to decline that co-host? Yes, yes. So you should just decline them, decline the co-host. As a matter of fact, you can even turn it off where you don't get any request. You can turn that off, and it's in the settings for the Infinity. So click the little settings wheel, and you can see where it's like the three dots in the corner, and you can see where you can change your settings for not receiving a request for co-host. Um, so audience control and content disclosure. Content disclosure is here and the three dots in the right corner. Click that, scroll down to settings, um, and then you can turn on. I'm sorry, it's actually as you scroll down once you hit the three dots, you can turn on the content disclosure. Okay. So keep that in mind. Right now, because I have the shopping cart on and I have that activated, my content disclosure is automatically turned on. And it's checked off that I'm promoting somebody else's brands. Okay? It's not my personal brand, it's somebody else's brands that I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna try going live. Okay, friend, appreciate you. Um, Coach Jesse, what I was gonna say to you, this is what I shared with Janine. I don't know. It sounds like that board was a board that you kept using and reusing, using and reusing. I don't know what actually had triggered TikTok this from yesterday, but I would say don't use that board anymore. Change it up. And if at any point when you start typing and you hit to save that board, if you get a message that pops up, it's almost like a disclaimer. It's not. I used the word warning because that seemed ominous, and I didn't want to do that. It's almost like a little disclaimer message saying it's pretty much warning you that something you put on that board is not within the community guidelines or it has a problem with what you wrote. If you ever got that message when you click the save, you would think it's just kind of TikTok giving you this little disclaimer message. It actually is forewarning you something on that board it didn't like because you shouldn't get that message. So just go back, rewrite what you wrote, or rewrite a new message. And if you get any kind of message that pops up when you click to save it, then you need to change the board. Okay. Senior hairstyle. What should I talk about in your life? Is that what you meant by that? I didn't get it though. Okay. Maybe it didn't come up originally, but for whatever reason, it didn't like what you wrote. So I would say change your board out. Yes. Um, I mean, obviously, you got Lily hairstylist. You said you're a master hairstylist. Talk about hair care. Talk about, what makes you a master hairstylist. What are the things that you tell your clients? What are some tips for hair care? What you could talk to people who want to be a master hairstylist. How do they become one? What are some things you would tell them to consider when it comes to styling people's hair? So you can talk to your clients, you can talk to colleagues. It's totally up to you. But just have a message in the beginning. Talk about you and your journey. People love to hear that. I get all the time, and I know I haven't heard it lately. People will say, "What type of doctor are you?" I get that all the time. And it's funny to me because I talked about it in the beginning quite a bit. But now, in the beginning for me, it was like the first 30 days or so, I would say stuff about it. But now I don't talk about it as much because I feel like, oh, but that's not right because there's always new people coming in. So I should talk about it. I should make it part of my opening. I should let people know my background and my journey. So just know it's important to kind of share a little bit about yourself because your audience is looking for that information. They want to know who you are and what you're about. I'm outside of my on my skateboard. I am outside on my skateboard. Kim, I would not have guessed that. You said I'm changing it. Kim, if I would have said who in this room got a skateboard and they outside on it, you wouldn't have been the name I said. I'm just gonna say that right now. I would not have put Kim. Kim's on her skateboard. I probably would have picked Nika Grace. I probably would have picked I probably would have picked a couple other people before I said Kim. I probably would have picked Pals. I would not have put you on my bingo card for skateboard. You said I was driving. What you mean? She does the running man. I'm a skater girl. See, I would pick soda. I would have put soda on that list. Surprise, surprise. I would have picked soda or Pals. I would put soda on that list. That's fair. Soda, I would put you on the list. Thank you for the populace. I appreciate you, friend. But I would not have put Kim Love Jones on my list. Now, were you serious? Are you talking about your car as your skateboard? What's the skateboard? Are you serious? Was that a real statement? I probably would have put Leanne on that list. Leanne, you probably would have been on my list too. If I had to guess who had a skateboard, I'm a retired skater girl. I believe you. I would have put you on my list. Driving my car, but I didn't want to say that. Okay. Okay. I was like, Kim, I don't take you as a skateboarder. I feel like we've had this conversation with Kim before. You think so? Kim was joking. She ain't got a skateboard, y'all. She was driving. She ain't got a skateboard. She joking, y'all. You said I used to be. Really? I would not have guessed that, Kim. You would not have been on my list. I know a little bit about skateboarding because my brothers, they had skateboards, back in the 80s and 90s and stuff. They had skateboards. So I know a little bit about skateboarding, but I ain't no skater girl. Maybe she said in her room, but I've heard her refer to driving and skateboarding. Okay. After 40, the recovery is rough. I just cycle now. Okay. You said I was such a tomboy. Really? No, Kim, I wouldn't see. So no, I was probably considered a tomboy because I was so sports inclined. I had two older brothers, but I wasn't like truly a tomboy. I wasn't a true tomboy. But no, I don't believe that. I think you probably was just athletic. So that's kind of how I feel about myself. I was athletic, but I wasn't no tomboy. um, you said I'll catch up with messages from the AM. Thank you so much. I grew up in Southern California in the 80s and 90s, and it was all skateboards. I know it was skateboarding and surfing for you. Oh, that's funny. Um, I can't ride a bike or drive a car, but I can skateboard for some reason. Really, Soda? You said I can't ride a bike or a car, drive a car. I am a partial tomboy. You was a partial tomboy. Coach Jesse, I don't think I see. I would have thought that either about you. You partial, yeah. You said, yep. That was so funny to me. Kim, like, what? Kim skateboarding. Yes, I have a tomboy climbing. Oh, you was a tomboy climbing trees and riding a big wheel. Never a skateboard. Hey, Bunny with Curls. Thank you so much, Fred, for being here and sharing the live. I was a total tomboy. Never even wore a dress to my wedding. Hello, loves. Appreciate you. Oh, Nika, yes, and street boxer. Oh, Lord. gosh. All the skeletons are coming out, y'all. All the secrets. You said I wore a dress while skateboarding. Y'all are funny. Oh my gosh. Yes, I would not have guessed this about you. We probably should do this as a trivia night to determine who is the person that was a street boxer and wore dresses while they skateboard. We're gonna have to figure that out. That'll be Soda and Miss Jessie. You said I'm shocked every time I see my girls surfing and skateboard. Oh, your girls do both? Oh, wow. That's cool. Seriously, that's the California vibes. See, yeah. I'm a Midwest girl. We ain't have water like that to be surfing. I never learned how to surf. I never learned how to surf or ski. I don't know how to do either one. I've never been skiing and definitely haven't been on a surfboard before. Um, I've been whitewater rafting. I have done that before, so that I have done. I just call that fighting. You said Miss Early said that's just fighting. Ain't no street fighting. It's just fighting. Oh, that's funny. You said all I got to do was ballet, piano lessons, and Girl Scouts. I am currently on paper. I'm actually still a Girl Scout. Now I did Girl Scouts a little bit while I was younger, but became a Girl Scout as an adult with my daughter. So my daughter's a lifetime member, and I'm a lifetime member for Girl Scouts. So yes, so Girl Scouts I did, and then we did have a piano growing up too. I never learned. My brother learned. My oldest brother, he learned how to play because he was, the oldest one is always the one that may do stuff. The younger ones, we didn't have to do it by the time we came around. But he does know how to play the piano. What about paddleboarding? Never learned paddleboarding. I've no, never done it. Do not waste your time skiing. Don't waste my time skiing. Yeah, that time is gone now. I'm too nervous now. I am not trying to break a bone for nobody. That ain't nothing I have to prove. I used to go skate snowboarding, but it was too cold. Okay, yeah, if you're a skater, I would imagine snowboarding and stuff like that, skiing is an easy connection. We have the Great Lakes, though. We have a ton of water sports up here. You do. That's fair. That's fair. That is with the Great Lakes. You're right. Being a Midwest girl, you're right. I just never participated in any of them from growing up. I just never did any of the water sports really. I barely learned how to swim. We had a pool in the background in our backyard, and I was the only one that just like barely learned. And so I'm not really a swimmer like that either. It was a sport in my neighbor. Oh, it was a sport in your neighborhood. That's Coach Jessie and her street boxing as a sport. Oh, let us know about the cookies, the Girl Scout cookies. Oh, you said I was a brownie. Black Lotus, I don't participate in the sales. My daughter, she's in college now, so I probably should, though. It's funny you say that. I probably should. But I need to. I was a brownie. I didn't go. Oh, you didn't go to Girl Scouts? Brownies are Girl Scouts. What you mean? What you mean? I mean, it's part of Girl Scouts, and you were a brownie under Girl Scouts. So, you said I played the piano. Do you? Oh, wow, you played the piano. That's present tense. You said I was a Girl Scout in college, and it certainly helped me. Yes, yes. I didn't do any of that. I tried to get my daughter to do it in college, but she's like, no, not really. She's good. Paddleboarding is great. Yoga on the paddleboard is so relaxing. Oh, you guys are funny. I love this. Look at there. You guys are really active. Only cold thing I do is snow tubing. Oh, wow. Just roll me down the hill. I did do tubing before. I have done that now that I think about it when I was younger, but I haven't done. And then the sled, we had the sled as well. We did the tubes and the sleds. It was a little hill area. And I think I was like 10, much younger. So I didn't do it as an adult or even as a teenager. Stand up paddleboarding and yoga on the board is deceptively different. It is. It is. Yeah. Yeah, that's scary too. Like for me, I guess the water stuff, I love water, seeing it. I was telling Leanne this, but I don't, because living in Florida, you think everybody's by the beach. Orlando, we're not by the beach. We're like The nearest beach is like 45 minutes away, whether you go to Daytona or Cocoa Beach. So we're kind of landlocked. Um, Leanne, she's in South Florida, so she's more closer to the water. But I don't like the beach itself. You know, when you think about the sand and having to kind of maneuver around all the sand and stuff that's on you. So I'm not a big beach person, but I love looking at the water. So that's how I do. But I don't get in it much. So you have to continue with the sand. So then I'm like, okay, well I could sit and just kind of watch it on, like if you're like on a balcony or like on a little bridge area and you're overlooking the water. I like those type of experiences. I'm looking like I'm eating with my cocktail, but I don't want to get in the sand. I think riding a bike with is still natural for kids growing up. That's true. That is true. My son, he's a my 5 year old. He has a scooter. He does in the morning. Now I'm imagining Coach Jessie using a little rumbler. Yes. She was a boxer. She is no joke. She said street boxing in New Jersey. Street boxing is a thing. Hold on 1 second. Somebody got. Oh, all these comments got filtered. TikTok be nice. I want to tell you, I scrolled into a live last night where someone was selling and show. Oh, she was selling and showing paparazzi. Okay, that's good to know. Hopefully she get in trouble, but I think that's good to know. Brownies are definitely Girl Scouts. We're sitting there pretty dressed and ribbons in your hair. Yes, I love it. Yeah, so we talked about that. We were talking about that in the Zoom meeting on Saturday. I mean, on Sunday about the whole selling other products. So um, you said I'm still on. You still go sledding. Wow. Yeah, Minnesota. Um, what is it? Minneapolis. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you guys could snow quite a bit. Same. I like to look at the beach, but it's sensory overload. It is. It's a lot going on. It is soda. Good morning, Coach Chantel. Good morning. I lived by the shore in Jersey for 12 years. Oh, Jersey Shore. Oh, nice. Nice. TikTok, what are you filtering? Holla Q's comment. Why being filtered? I talked about hobbies and sports. I know. It filtered you again, Holla Q. I'm not sure what's going on. So yeah, I'm not sure why TikTok filters like that. Even adults driving the cars. Yes, yes. Why so you said I'm a water child. You live on the beach, do you really? See, I can live by the water, but it's just the sand. I don't care for all the sand and stuff. I'm one of those people where it gets everywhere and you have sand literally everywhere for months. It's like you go back to stuff and sand is in shoes or beach stuff and it's a mess. Your car, TikTok's doing much this with filtering. Yes, they're doing a whole lot with filtering, y'all. So just be mindful. This particular, you said sand equals snow. Sand versus snow. Is that what you mean? Oh, true. Sand and snow. Yeah. Snow's pretty bad too, especially with the salt. Um, yes, I live between the Atlantic Ocean and Jamaica Bay on or water sports. Oh, nice. Okay, really quickly, the filtering. Pal showed me this. I don't know if you guys saw this, where if you turn on your three dots, click your three dots, go down to settings, go to comment settings. Under comment settings is the community filters. So I just want to say that if you toggle that on, so settings, so more settings, comment settings. It's the one that says filtered comments. You want to turn that on and then go to community flag comments. Check that and then toggle on show filtered comments and feeds. So that's where we're able to see it now. You said she said she has a tutorial video pinned on her page. Okay, thank you for that. Look at you posting content. You said, did I miss something about selling on live? I'm gonna go back to that. Crafty Auntie, how you doing, friend? You said sand is greater than snow. I agree. I agree. It's a lot of it. The sand everywhere. Yes, I can't go to the beach much. Yeah, that's look. So Pals, I've been teasing Pals about posting content. So she has posted some content. So she has a tutorial video about doing those comment settings. So turn on your comment settings. That's a good way to kind of see those flag settings. And let me say something. Do you guys see it? I was in somebody's live. Whose live was I in? I saw it. I saw the little grayed out filtered comment. It was there for me to even see as a viewer. I was like, am I special? I don't know if I was special. But let me know if y'all see it. Anybody see when someone's comment is filtered? Do you see where it's grayed out? Is it me or TikTok being really aggressive about warning us to get on TikTok shop? Yes. No, man. She's talking about snow and sand. Yes, snow does melt. Sand still is there. Yeah. So look here. Natty Nat just put a comment in. Who else sees her comment? Natty Nat put a comment in. It's filtered. You said, was I a mod? That was Natty Nat's comment. So anybody else see that? She worded it differently. I paraphrased it. Anybody? Nobody else sees it? Yes, I see my own filtered comment. No, nope, nope. Nobody sees it. Okay. All right. I'm gonna unfilter her comment. So I just unfiltered. Thank you for the follow, friend. I was not a mod. I don't think I'm a mod for anybody. No, I can't see it. Okay. Interesting. So I just unfiltered it. I'm not a mod. I don't think I was a mod. Whose room was I in? I feel like I was in your room, Leanne. Or I was either in Coach Chantel's room or Leanne's. It was just this week. I feel like I was in one of your rooms. And I saw where somebody's comment was filtered. Yep. And I wasn't a mod. I don't think I'm a mod for either one of you all. So I don't know why I saw it though. I have to go back and look. Next time that happens, I'll tell you guys. Um, Selling online. Let's talk about that. Maybe on Sunday night. I think I remember. Do you? Okay. You said I'm special. Maybe I'm special. I might be. I might be. Um, maybe it has something to do with manager messages. Maybe maybe, but this account isn't it. I can see if I was in the agency account and I saw it. Mm, it shouldn't have happened. So I'm not sure why I saw it. Okay, selling online. The crafty auntie asked that question. So here's where the debate was, and I don't know if I have the answer. Okay, I'm gonna say that first and foremost. Here was the debate. The debate was when it comes to, I think we know part of the answer. When it comes to selling like a multi-level marketing company's product, so paparazzi, Mary Kay, one of those type of companies. When it comes to selling their products online, what what's TikTok's rule on that? That was kind of the question. Can you do it or can you not? Are you allowed to do that? And you can see paparazzi here. Yes, I want to know about this. Yes. And so like I said, I don't know what the definitive answer is. I think what we learned is that TikTok has rules about it. The company that you're trying to promote also may have rules about it. And so you just got to be careful and understand their rules for promoting their products online, especially if you are part of their consultants. I guess that's the right word to use if you're a consultant for them. And so, can you do it or can you not? I think we landed with it's probably permissible, it's probably able to be done if you just make sure you have on your audience disclosure. I mean, your content disclosure, and make sure you have on your audience control. Audience control is for selling. So you got to keep that in mind. People who are underage cannot sell. So, I mean, cannot buy, and they shouldn't be live either, but they cannot buy. And then also having on that content disclosure to check off you are promoting either your brand or a third party's brand or another organization's brand. I think those are the two things you want to keep in mind. Then you want to be careful, and I think this was kind of the bigger conversation about driving people off the platform. Because a lot of those companies, you have your website, your consulting website, you want to tell people, oh, here's some information where you can get more information or resources. And you have to do that very tactfully because you don't want to get a violation because you drove people off the platform. Okay? So you got to be careful about how you say things. So I think that was probably where we landed. Like, first of all, understand the company's rules about you doing it and promoting online that way. Um, as well as understanding that some of them are also here promoting as a company themselves, and then recognizing that TikTok does have rules about you driving people off the platform. So if you're going to do that, then be careful about how you lead them to your products and services. What about me and my own business? Going to my link. Yeah, yeah. So as people go into your bio, you can say if you want some more information. I tell people what I share to do is that you show them how to get to your information without leading them off the website. Does that make sense? So if I say, hey guys, I want to take you guys to my profile where you can get to my webpage for the agency. So I'm talking about the agency. But if it was my webpage for my own personal business or something like that, I can show them how to get to it. So I tell people if you click my profile picture, my mini profile is gonna pop up. Then if you click my profile picture again, it'll take you to my primary profile. And then I usually have my laptop here. I'll show you on my laptop where you can see my webpage. Okay? So you can lead them that way. You can direct them, but you're not driving them off because technically they're still an app. They're still here. There's about the link to my stand store. Yep, yep. And then I'll tell people, yeah, if you go to my webpage, you can find my stand. Go to my stand, and that's where you'll get more information for XYZ products or scheduling a one-on-one or something like that. But again, you just got to be tactful about how you talk about that because you can't just kind of say, oh, well, go here and get all my stuff, and that's how you if you say it too directly, TikTok will slap a quick violation saying you're leading them off the platform. Thank you so much, friends. Let me know if you have any questions about that. I do have my shopping cart on, so let me know if you have any questions about what's in the shopping cart too. Leading is better than taking them straight to your website. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you just showing them. You just gotta be careful about how you say it and do it. Yeah, that's it. All right, friends. Um, I am, I have a couple meetings today. I'm going to stay on maybe another 15, 20 minutes. Um, Let me know if there's any questions that you guys have about TikTok. So be careful about showing people or leading them off the website. Be careful about that. And then also, be careful about boards. We talked about that. That was kind of a big thing from yesterday. And so let me talk really quickly about Live Fest, okay? So I'm going to talk about Live Fest and let me know if there's any specific questions. Thanks for the information. You're welcome, friend. Let me know if there's any specific questions about Live Fest. There's not a whole lot. I'm going to put some stuff in school so you guys can kind of click through it. I have to do like screenshots because the way they have it in this platform, it's like a chart, so it's really weird in terms of how you can look at stuff. So I got to be careful about how maybe I can screenshot some things and send it to you. The main thing that they were telling agencies is to promote it to your creators and just let them know how to do it, how to sign up. Because in order to be eligible for Live Fest, and Live Fest essentially is TikTok's biggest event, and essentially you'll have different um, opportunities to get points and get on the leaderboard. There's different competitions that's going to roll out. They are supposed to have a webinar for creators. They didn't say the dates yet, so I just thought that was like, okay, why don't y'all say a little bit more that we can tell our creators? They didn't have dates yet. They're still finalizing the details surrounding Live Fest itself. Thank you, friends, for checking the card. They're still trying to finalize details surrounding Live Fest and how you can earn a spot to attend Live Fest. Live Fest will be in Vegas. It is going to be in February. They don't have a date yet. Did they have a date? I think it was late February. It's going to be in February, and it's like their big event for creators that hit different leaderboard metrics. So being on the leaderboard and how you are winning based on your category. So you'll know your category in terms of kind of like with the other campaigns, you might start off in like the gold, the silver, the bronze, rising star, that type of stuff. They'll tell you what category you're in. And it's based on your diamonds you have now and how you're progressing and how you've collected diamonds already, and that will determine where you're at, what ranking you're in. How can I add my shopping cart to my lives without getting in trouble? Give me 1 second, Kim. I'll talk through adding your shopping cart. Give me 1 second. Let me finish the live fest because it's really it's really easy. You're just gonna click the shopping cart, but let me walk you through it. Um, so live fest, the main thing is, I guess they want to make sure people actually sign up. So that was kind of what the conversation was about because a lot of people want to participate after the fact and they didn't sign up in the beginning. So what I'm going to do, it's all about the diamonds, always about the diamonds, always about the diamonds. So what I'm going to do is share information about live fest with you all. um, there is going to be some information on the live home screen for you guys to click to. Similar to Community Fest, it's going to be multiple ways for you to click and learn and join and all the things. The whole thing, thank you so much, Kim. The whole thing is that you actually have to click to join. And that's the thing that I guess a lot of people miss, that they didn't join in time, they didn't do it in that window. Because similar to Community Fest, if you guys remember correctly, there was a warm up period. So there's going to be a warm up period for this, and you just have to make sure you actually participate. Okay, you sign up and participate, and as the time frame goes on, it runs from the 7th through December 22nd. So it's a pretty long event, 5-6 weeks. So just know you want to sign up. That's the main takeaway. And if you haven't signed up, let me know because I'll probably be hounding you about signing up. I'll have some messages out there, but you got to sign up, okay? So that's the takeaway for Live Fest. Live Fest is something you're going to want to participate in and just see how you perform and see how you do when it comes to the rankings and some of the competitions. Um, well, sign up hasn't opened yet. Cleopatra. Sign up. Hello, Cece. How you doing, friend? Hi, Coach Rhonda. Sign up hasn't happened yet. Sign up will happen. I think it's going to start as of the 7th during a warm up period. So I think it's going to start as of the 7th. If it starts before that, I'll let you know. But I think that's when it officially starts, and you want to be part of that early sign up phase. I think it ends on the 20th in terms of being able to sign up. Okay? So you guys are hearing it from me first and well in advance. We're in October 21st. So you're hearing about it well in advance that you need to sign up. You got a whole month of when in terms of knowing that is something you need to do. Okay? So if you get the notifications, you're gonna get. I think there's what they were pretty much was prepping us for. Like from an agency perspective, we'll have QR codes that we can send you guys. We'll have some things that we can share with you to make sure you are signed up, or you at least know that you need to sign up. And so all that's gonna happen. And then ultimately you have to just make sure you sign up. Okay, so I'll keep you guys posted. Maybe I signed up 7th of what month? It's gonna be the 7th of November. So it hasn't opened yet. It's gonna be in November. So yeah, it's gonna be the 7th in November. So just kind of keep that in mind. Again, sign up is required. I just want to make sure I say that, and I don't want you guys to miss out on the opportunity. Okay. When it comes to the shopping cart, Kim, let me talk about that for you, friend. The shopping cart. Um, let's see. I'm probably gonna have to take down my board. Yeah, you signed up for some other campaigns. That's it. That's probably what you did for some other campaigns. Okay, so Kim, what I shared with people is that, let me know if you're still with me, Kim. Um, what I shared with people is that as you're going live with your shopping cart turned on, there are some things you got to be aware of. Okay, so there are some things you want to make sure you do. What was that, Coach Rhonda for the daily army? Thank you. Okay, perfect. So first of all, and I'm going to walk you through it. First of all, you want to make sure that you add products across back on my skateboard. You so funny. He's back on the skateboard. So first of all, you want to make sure you add products that are they have 3 different categories: high traffic products, um, hot sellers, as well as trendsetters. And so you want to make sure you're driving attention to your live stream because right now TikTok is pushing shoppable lives as a way for more visibility and connection. Thank you, Cece, for that daily heart me. Um, so if you click your shopping cart, what you'll see is the option to add products. You click add products, and then you'll see the products that are from your showcase you can add. Okay? So I'm not gonna, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna do my green screen. Yes, Leanne asked about Live Fest. She said you have to earn your spot to be invited to the Las Vegas event. Yes. Yeah. And like I said, it's like their big signature event. So a lot of people are trying to get to the Live Fest in person type activities. The in person events that TikTok do, I hear, are like really cool. So it's probably worth it to at least try. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Um, so when it comes to adding your products in the shopping cart, you first have the products in your showcase. You can add all the products you want. Is I think there's a limit for this account. My limit is 100. For my other account, it's 150. So if I wanted to add 100 products, I could. I got 17 in there now, but if I wanted to add 100, I could. Do I have to have all those products with me? Absolutely not. Okay, I do not have to have them all with me. If you do want to, if you pin a product, you got to show a product. So this whole entire live, I have not pinned a product. I'll pin one just so since we're talking about it. I always do my click on light, clip on light. I'll do that. But if you pin a product, you got to show it. Okay, and then you have to unpin the product properly. Okay, so when you add products, you click the shopping cart. As a live host, it may show up as a business house type symbol. Looks like a little business office storefront, or it will be the shopping bag. You click that. Um, I talked to my daughter. She just messaged me. Okay. I got messages coming in. Okay, you click that, you add your products. Now, once you add your products, you can pin products that you have in there. So if you guys see my shopping cart, I'm going to go to number 10, which is the click on light. I'm going to pin that. And now my product's pinned. The way I see it as a live host is a little bit of a description, and then they have the X to close it out, and then they have the unpin. So right now I have the light in my hand. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. From a viewer perspective, you guys see it as a pinned product. You guys see where you can buy, you see the discounts. So as a live host, you kind of want to always show or have a secondary phone where you can see what your viewers see. So you guys see, I'll click this card. You guys see this pen product of the light. And then you guys see a coupon in this corner. See that little coupon symbol? You guys see that coupon. So you always want to show the product you're talking about. I just showed another product, which is probably not a good idea. So the reason I say that is because TikTok says if you have a product pinned, you should show the product that you have pinned. I showed you guys my clicker too. I showed you a phone. The phone ain't in the cart, but I did show you the clicker. So you got to be careful about showing other products. So the product that is pinned, you got to show it. So I'm going to talk about it. You know, the lighting that's there. It has the bright light. I demonstrated where you can see how bright it is on my screen. If I clipped it on, you can see the different light shades it offers. White light, soft light, and then the blending of both. It's really bright, blah, blah, blah. So you talk about the product so that people can decide if they want to get it, if you pin it. If you pin it, you're talking about it. So the clip on light, I clicked it to my screen here, and you'll see that. So as a wide clip, all the stuff. So, and then you could talk about the discount. So right now it's 15% off. And then based on your buying power, you might even get free shipping. So look at that as well. So the product's there. You guys see it on your screen. You guys see it on your screen there. The way I see it, so you see the little shopping bag here. I see a shopping bag that has a red push pin in it. Okay? It has a red push pin. Because that red push pin is there, that means that the product is pinned on the screen for my viewers. So the product is pinned, so you can see it there. Whenever you have the push pin, that means something is pinned for your viewers. When you have a pinned product, you got to show the product, you got to talk about the product, and then when you decide to unpin it, it removes it from the screen for your viewers. So I'm going to unpin this product. Now it went away for you all. You guys don't see it on your screen anymore. Now I can continue my conversation without worrying about the products there. Here's what people are getting in trouble for. Okay? People are getting in trouble because they're talking about products when they're pinned. They're talking about other products that are not relevant to what's being pinned. They're having this whole sidebar conversation, but they have a product pinned on the screen. So be careful that you don't have the push pin showing, you don't have a product pinned that you're not talking about. Okay? So basically, you can't speak on a product and have another product pinned. You must remove both. Yep, you must remove it. And then you can start another conversation. Now I could talk about, if I wanted to talk about the gum I like to chew, the neural gum. I could talk about my fast charger. I could talk about the tapper. I could talk about anything right now because nothing is on the screen pinned. I can go back to my conversation. So just be careful about pinning products and talking about something else. Okay? Remove that product if you're done talking about it. Okay? Best gum ever. It is the best gum ever. Kim, did you miss all that? She just flew back in. Kim, was you here? Let me know if you missed it. Maybe you slipped out for a second. Because I just talked about shop. Let me know if you missed it. You said I heard. Okay, good, good, good. Okay. So the other thing I will say about shop is you want to make sure that if you are going to have a product pin too, that you're not showing two different products at the same time. So we talked about that, even if the product is a complement. So try to avoid showing too many products at the same time, even though they may be connected to one another. The other thing that people are getting is the static image. So if you have something on the screen, TikTok says for shop in particular, you got to be careful about having this static image. So maybe it was when I pull up stuff from my camera roll, I just can't have it on my screen as I'm talking about the clip on lights. Or even if I'm not talking about it, but I have that shopping cart activated. That's what happened to me yesterday. I wasn't talking about a product, but because I made this a shoppable live, TikTok's like, why is there like this image on your screen that reminds me of, it's a static image and you're doing your shoppable live. So you can't have a static image on your screen like that. So I have a board. The board is fine, but I can't have like a overlay. Stickers you can have, but you can't have like an overlay or green screen. Hey, Coach Linda, how you doing, friend? So just be careful about how you have other things going on in that live stream. Thank you so much for that, Daily Heart Me. Also, the Life Fest battle for different points and gifts from October. It would be battle with another. That's not Live Fest. I think that's just, thank you so much, friend, for the confetti. I think that's just a campaign, Cleopatra. So yeah, you could do the campaign. It probably is Live Journey maybe, or My Story. Maybe it's one of those events. But that's a different campaign. That's different from Live Fest. Any specific questions? Anything I'm missing? Hey, my live host, anything that I'm missing when it comes to TikTok Shop? Let me know if I missed any particular thing to talk about. Okay. Kim, let me know if you have another question. You can cut on the shopping cart. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid. Just do it. Just do it. All right, friends. So I'm going to stay on for like another 5 minutes. Who is going live? You said phone messing up. Okay. Who is going live today? Who are my live hosts in the room? And I'll be back at 4 Eastern. Anybody going live? You guys, there was a lot of y'all live yesterday. I was like, wow. It was a lot. I think at one point, it was 14 people on the screen, which is huge. That's a lot of people. I want to say that was during the 8 o'clock hour. So I was really impressed by how many of y'all were going live. So y'all picking up the pace. That's awesome. Picking up the pace at doing this. Not until 10 p.m. for Creative Confessions again. Nice. That's right. That's your new series. That's a good topic. It's a really good topic. And don't change up the topic quite yet. With I think your topic was how you can support creators. I think that'll be good to continue that for a little bit so people know. Okay. Any other questions, friends? Who else is going live? Coach Jesse, you said live 6 p.m. Central and possible pop up. Nice. 6 p.m. Central. You didn't start your live at 6 p.m. yesterday because I was looking for you. I'm going live at 8 p.m. Eastern. Nice. Coach Rhonda, scavenger hunt this Thursday. Scavenger hunt this Thursday. And then my people in the agency, I am going to put out the battle information. So check for that. Anybody who definitely want to do it, let me know because I'll add you. So I think I need 2 people so I can create the event in the system. Anybody definitely going to do Friday's battle? I was going to add it under 8 o'clock. I could do 9, but let me know. Hi, Sassy. How you doing? Sassy B. Hello, friend. Thank you for that daily heart me. Anybody else? I have the imagine of I have an image for scavenger hunt room edition and circulating today. Okay, gotcha. All right. Hey, friend. Coach Jesse said me. No, I didn't. I was dealing with wasp in the house. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Hey guys, how you doing, Sassy B? And then Coach Jesse, you said definitely you will do battles on Friday. Anybody else? Any of our new people doing the lunch and learn, the friends and learn. All right, Natty Nat. Anybody else battling? Let me know if you're gonna be battling on Friday. Friday is a good day to do it. It's like technically Halloween is on Friday, so I don't know what Halloween's gonna look like, but this might be a good week to do it so that you can kind of have that done before the month is out. You said Kim said she'll battle. All right, Kim. Kim, you want a rematch with Mrs. Treetop? And let me know if you're looking for a rematch. You know, prepped your team. I think Social and I are going to play Bean Game. Okay, the Bean Game. You said sign up in school. Yeah, sign up for friends and learners in school. Crystals, thank you so much for the Crystal Rose. Thank you so much for that. Anybody else I missed that's gonna do it? Thank you for the Crystal Roses, Natty Nat. Okay. All right, friends. So I'm gonna set that up. I'm in Dr. Lisa. So Miss Darlene, I should have asked this earlier. Okay. So I got 3. Anybody else that you know of? Okay, that's fine. I'll send out the invite. You guys are welcome to sign up there. I'm gonna do it this morning so you guys will see it. And then just know you gotta sign up before Friday. I will battle either tonight or tomorrow to use gloves and power ups before they expire. Ooh, nice. Okay, okay. Do you have somebody you're gonna pick a random, or are you looking to battle with somebody in the agency? So let us know, Mr. Treetop. Um, and then if you win, most likely a random. If you win, you get more power ups. So that's the goal, more power ups. All right, friends. Thank you all for being here. Oh, Leanne. Okay, you're talking to Leanne about doing a rose battle for your power ups. Okay. So Leanne for rose battle for power ups. Okay. All right, friends. All right, I will be back at 4. Let me know if there's any final questions. Chat later, everybody. I'll be back at 4 and I'll set this up and send the message out. Thank you so much for checking the card. Let me know if there's any final questions, friends. Thank you all for coming through. Um, and I will see you all later. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Go live. Yes. All right, friends. Thank you so much. See you later. Thanks, pals. I appreciate you, friend Leanne, and all who stayed here. Appreciate you all. Take care. Bye bye.